Hi, first graders. I want to introduce one of my favorite math puzzles. They're called Magic Squares, and I have had these puzzles in my collection since the beginning of starting to teach. So they're kind of old, but they're really good. And they are definitely a challenge. So I wanted to give you a few tips if you are up for this challenge and show you how I would solve this first puzzle. So the directions are down here. The object is to fill in the missing numbers in the squares so that the sum of the four numbers, either across or down, adds up to the answer in the circle. So of course, sum means the answer that you get when you add numbers. So as you can see, there are some missing numbers. It gives the tip, fill in the empty circle last. So this one is last. And the most important thing to remember when you fill in these puzzles is to make sure that you work on a row that is only missing one number. For example, this would be not a good spot to start because there are two numbers missing. This would be a great place to start. There's only one number missing. I could also start right here because there's only one number missing. So it can be really helpful to have an extra piece of paper to work these numbers out on. I'm gonna start right here with this row. I wanna figure out what goes there. So really what I'm figuring out is 11 plus what plus 3 plus 1 equals 17. So I'm gonna start by adding up these numbers. This is 4, and this is 11 still. 11 and 4 is 15. So I'm trying to figure out 15 plus what equals 17. And I can just add on. I know that 15, 16, 17. So I should put a 2 there. So I'm going to fill in my 2. And I can double check it. So I know that 11 plus 2 is 13, plus 3 more is 16, plus 1 more is 17. So I've got 17. Checking is a really important step because, as you can see, one number is going to affect the next. So now I want to choose the next number to fill in. I could fill in this number because now I'm only missing 1. I could also fill in this number. And just give a few more examples and then leave you to solve on your own. I think I'm going to solve this one next. So I'm trying to figure out, and I could do it vertically as well or horizontally, 11 plus what plus 7 plus 2 equals 21. So I know that 7 plus 2 is 9, and that 11 plus 9 is 20. So I'm trying to figure out 20 plus what equals 21. And that turns out to be a pretty easy one. It's 1. So I'm going to put my 1 here, and then I'm going to double check. 11 plus 1 is 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. 20, 21. I think I'm going to move on to this one next because I see just one number is missing. And I also see, I'm going to do a little shortcut here. I don't want to use my dry erase marker. I know that 8 plus 2 is 10, so that's really helpful. And then if I take that 10 and I add this 3, then I've got 13. So I'm trying to figure out 13 plus what equals 17. So I could just count on using my fingers or an open number line, or I could think 3 plus what is 7. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 14, 15, 16. So I counted on 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I'm going to put a 4 there, and I'll put a 4 here. And then I'll just go back and double check my answer. So 2 plus 8 is 10, and 4 plus 3 is 7, and 10 plus 7 is 17. So that's what I was trying to get right there. And I will just keep going like this. Next, I'll probably solve this one because there's only one missing. I could also solve this one. There's only one missing. And you'll notice that when I fill in this, or that's not a good example, when I fill in this one, then I'll have only one missing going down. And once I have filled in all of these numbers, I'm going to add up all 4 of these numbers, and I will fill that one in last. Have a lot of fun with these, and as you can see, there are many of these puzzles on the document that I left, so maybe just print out a few at a time. There's also an answer key that a grown-up can help you use to check your answers and to fix ones that need fixing. Enjoy.